from 7 Eyewitness News.
Good evening. We are breaking out of the gate tonight with a political bombshell. Four-term Congressman Chris Collins is resigning. Collins submitted his resignation to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi earlier today, a day before he will appear in federal court in Manhattan to change his plea on insider trading charges from not guilty to guilty. My colleague Ashley Rowe and 7 Eyewitness News reporter Ali Tui are live tonight in Clarence as this story unfolds. Good evening, Ashley.
Hi, good evening, Jeff. Yes, what a change, Ali, from the countless times we have heard from Chris Collins saying that he would defend the charges against him and that he is innocent.
Yeah, I mean, time and time again, we have heard those same sentiments that this wouldn't affect his time in office in Washington, but that all appears to have come to a head today.
There are those that say if you're charged with something, you must be guilty. Well, I'm not guilty of any crime here.
Time?
The facts will come out. These are meritless charges.
After time, Congressman Chris Collins has proclaimed his innocence over the course of the last year. But Tuesday, an about-face. The four-term Republican congressman will plead guilty to insider trading charges. The charges date back to 2017, when prosecutors say Collins leaked inside information to his family and close friends about the biopharmaceutical company Innate Immunotherapeutics. A day before the stock plummeted amid news that a clinical trial for a new MS drug had failed. Collins sat on the company's board, and prosecutors say the inside information saved his family and friends close to $800,000.
Nate McMurray's a buffoon.
Collins won re-election last November, narrowly defeating Democrat Nate McMurray. McMurray actually won Erie and Monroe counties, but Collins held on by carrying the rest of the mostly rural district.
We always count every vote, but we can't do it on election night, can we? Yet they declare winners on election night, don't they?
Fast forward to this past July, Collins maintained the case, set to go to trial in 2020, wasn't distracting him in Washington.
My effectiveness is stronger today than probably any other local member of Congress.
But exactly 2 months later, this, a resignation letter from Collins to Governor Cuomo. His resignation from the 27th Congressional District will be effective once it's presented on the floor of the U.S. House Tuesday morning. And Collins, his son Cameron, Cameron's fiance's father, all named in this indictment. We're told they are all expected to plead guilty tomorrow.
And we should put on the record that we have reached out to Collins' attorneys for comment. They have not responded to our requests. Ali, you are hopping on a plane first thing tomorrow morning.
That's right. We are going to be in court for both Collins' son's hearing and also Collins' hearing. We're going to have a live update tomorrow night at 5 and 6 from New York.
So stay with Ali Tui and WKBW for the very latest all day tomorrow. Want to give you a bit of a timeline now. Congressman Collins, a Republican, was first elected to the House in 2012. He had been serving his fourth term in office after winning re-election in 2014, 2016, and last fall. The 27th district includes parts of Erie, Monroe, Niagara, and Ontario counties, as well as all of Orleans, Genesee, Wyoming, and Livingston counties. So once Collins' resignation is official, it's up to Governor Andrew Cuomo to schedule a special election to fill the vacancy. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Eileen Buckley has the latest.
A special election would be called by the governor, and that could occur within 30 days, and that's really the end of it.
Congressman Brian Higgins reacting just moments after learning Chris Collins is resigning from New York 27.
He has to provide a full explanation to the people who he told there was no basis for these charges.
Higgins says this is the best thing that could happen for the more than 700,000 people who live in the district. Collins has been under federal indictment for a year and has been without committee assignments.
I think the people of Western New York will be represented by someone, but we don't know what that process will be yet.
Political consultant and member of the Erie County Conservative Committee, Russ Gugino, tells 7 Eyewitness News the decision on a special election totally lies within the governor's hands. He could do it in 30 days or delay it until the spring. But a special election would create special problems. It would literally knock out a primary race in the 27th district.
If you don't have primaries, that means the major parties will each pick one candidate, and that will be the choice. Now, what will happen is whoever is elected will have to run again in 2020. This is only for the unexpired term of Chris Collins, which means that whoever is nominated and elected has to stand for election again in November of 2020.
At least 2 declared candidates for the seat have issued statements. Republican Chris Jacobs says the challenge for Republicans and conservatives is to, quote, help restore the public trust. Democrat Nate McMurray, who narrowly lost to Collins last year, says the real victims of Collins's crimes are the people of his district. Eileen Buckley, 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, and once again, we are live outside of Congressman Chris Collins' office as we are learning new developments of his resignation from his seat at the New York 27th Congressional District. Today's news, of course, comes as a big surprise to many of his constituents. We heard from some of them this afternoon.
I'm pleased. I think it's long overdue. I thought that at least what was aired and probably what he knows was pretty compelling, and I think that he should have done the right thing a long time ago.
The justice finally got done. He decided instead of going into a long, drag-out battle, he'd just give it up. He gave up his seat, and guilty as charged.
We have not yet heard from the Erie County GOP chair. We've reached out to him for comment. We are awaiting that. We hope to receive that as well. We are looking for comment from Governor Cuomo as to whether or not he will call a special election in the near term. So all those details and more we are expecting to learn and hope to learn in the next 24 hours. We will, of course, have much more for you on 7 Eyewitness News at 6 and 11 o'clock. For now, Jeff, I'll send it back inside to you.